This morning, Jesus tells us to watch. Jesus tells us to watch, for the master may come at any time. He gave an analogy of a man traveling abroad and left his servants in charge of his assigned work and instructed the watchman to be vigilant. And when I heard that, to watch at all times, it reminded me of a story. Years ago, we had a housekeeper who would come into the house, and she would tell me that she spent hours and hours cleaning and watching, make sure everything was good. And once I came home at lunch, because I didn't work all that far, and the master of the house, well, actually Michael's the master of the house, but I came home and she wasn't here. And I called and I said, where were you? Oh, I was there. I said, how long for? And needless to say, we disposed of her. So we ought to keep watch and vigilant during this penitential season of Advent. We keep watch for so many things in 2020. We keep watch on the election. I've been keeping my eyes peeled to TV and internet. No matter who your candidate was, we're very watchful. We keep watch about the pandemic, looking at the numbers climb exponentially each and every day. We keep watch about the vaccine and the good news on the horizon, thank God, and when it will be administered to us all. We keep watch even on Zoom. On this past weekend, Michael's family got together, the Whitehills, and they all were Zooming with one another, which is a wonderful thing where we're all watching, although from a distance. To keep watch is not a passive but a really active approach to life. Watching involves being extremely active and not passive. The prophet Isaiah pleads to God to come and rescue his people. In the first reading, God did not deserve the disobedience and the rejection of his love for his people whom he had loved and whom he had created. And it was unfortunate that his people had stopped listening to him. When good deeds are done, my brothers and sisters, they are like clean rags, as he said, not polluted rags. The call of Advent is to bring goodness into our lives and to the whole world. And I saw that goodness this week as you all prepared baskets for the 13 or 14 families. Rick and brother and Deacon David, myself, and Deacon Michael got the baskets ready and delivered them. And I could tell by the delivery how surprised they were. Personally, I've never seen so much food in my whole life. It took 3 cars to bring the food. This Advent, my brothers and sisters, we are being active and not passive here at St. Joe's and throughout Christendom for that matter. God sees what's in our hearts. He recognizes a heart of gold. The second reading is St. Paul's recognition of the great gifts God has given to the Corinthians in particular, but also to us in 2020, a horrible year. God, though, in this pandemic has strengthened us against evil. It is for this reason that we ought to establish friendship with Jesus during Advent. And small groups this coming week will talk about Advent and what it means to celebrate Advent. It means that we must know, love, and serve Jesus to the best of our ability. And I can tell you guys from the donations of food and the money donations that you have gone beyond your ability. Expressing our love for Jesus in words is not enough, though. We must express him and seek to make him real in our lives, just not as an idea, some figment out there, but as God in the flesh. My brothers and sisters, while we have time, as St. Francis said, let us do good.